Hello, let's do a weekly analysis together on gold. I won't start doing them on NQ until next month, but we'll do a weekly analysis on gold. Unfortunately, it hasn't really done anything different. It was looking at the daily markup that I have, and there's literally nothing different. Price is just now trapped in this new range. It's making higher lows though, but it's also making lower highs. So do with that as you will. It's literally making lower high, lower high, lower high, low, high, low, high, low. So it's literally just making a little. Hold on a second, the candle closes. The buyers are looking a little bit more aggressive than the sellers, but still you can see it's just making like one of those chart patterns. I don't really know what the chart pattern means. I'm not gonna lie to you. Either way, I just know it hasn't broken a higher or low. So as soon as it breaks above or below here, then I'll take a little bit more interest. But there's really nothing on this chart to show you guys, unfortunately. So let's go on to the DXY weekly analysis. So we're looking on the daily time frame. You can see that. So what I did some study today. I did a lot of study today and a lot of back testing. And Sky said that dojis on the daily is whoever indicates whoever's in control is losing power. So we can see that obviously the dailies, the most recent movement is almost like an uptrend, and we can see that buyers are starting to lose control here. So we could be seeing, a little bit of a reversal. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because it is a high time frame like bullish trend here, so it looks like we could be getting reversal to break through this low. Because we've just had basically two dojis. Okay, so yeah, again we can see that price is again making a little bit of a bearish indication. Let's have a look and see if we've ever had this in the past. I don't know if I just moved that. Let me just make sure. Okay, no, I didn't move it. Okay, let's have a look. Where are the dojis? Guess we have one here, and that's when price did reverse back up. But I mean, this was a seller trend, so this looks like that didn't indicate. Well, it kind of did because we did have this big buy up, but the sellers were in control. So I don't want to come in here biased. Like just because trades by Sky said that doesn't mean that 100% that is what it is. Also, it wasn't like 100% a doji because there was still a little bit of room. Whereas these are just completely dojis, like completely. Here's a doji here where there was a little bit of a sell off and then price actually bought up again. So it looks like it's kind of done that on a retracement, which is interesting. Doji here, and that indicated that literally did just show a whole reversal of movement. I feel like I need like trader eyes right now to be able to see all of this. Doji here from this consolidation. There was no one really in power here other than maybe buyers. Anyway, I feel like I'm going a little bit far back. Let's just see what happens. We've had two dojis, so that's a pretty strong indication that maybe price isn't going to continue to buy up. It looks like it tried to buy up. It never crossed this high, and then it tried to go down, but then it buyers push it back up, and again, it's just basically closed in um, a very similar area, but it did break a low here. So yeah, I just want to see price go past this line. So I'm going to set an alert here. And then once price crosses this line and crosses this line as well, it's already got an alert on it. So have an alert. Yeah. Does this one have an alert? Yeah. Okay, once price crosses this line right here, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, we're going straight back down to that. Probably most likely this area of support because we've had two touch points there. If not that area of support, then a new dynamic support level. So once price crosses this dynamic support, I'll be able to see, okay, where is it looking to find buyers from? So that's my DXY. Those are my thoughts. Again, I'm pretty new to marking up the DXY, so don't take anything as like this is going to happen. Like anything any trader shows you, like when they're doing like weekly analysis, daily analysis, no one can predict the market. So you really have to like go into it with discretion and just understanding it from your point of view. I'm not trying to tell you guys like the price is gonna do this, but this is just my perspective and how I'm seeing the markets this week. So we will probably all see something a little bit different, but This is just my thoughts, but again, price could just continue to buy up because it hasn't broken any highs or lows. You can see I've got two alerts closest to price action. So I've got an alert here at the high, and I've got an alert here at the low. So once price crosses this low, I'll be able to see, okay, sellers are in control. Once price crosses this high, I'll be able to see, oh, yep, buyers are in control. And then once price goes up on the DXY, we can expect bearish momentum on the gold. And then if price goes and continues to be bearish like it has been, then we can expect gold to push up a little bit more. But this consolidation is really supporting the fact that gold just hasn't moved because this also hasn't moved. But we'll look at the daily. I love me some coconut water. Okay. We're seeing some interesting movement on gold here. Some very interesting movement. So, it looks to me, I'm going to tell you guys a narrative that I'm reading from this. Now, like, you guys might think this is woo-woo, like maybe I'm just speaking a lot of crap, but I'm just going to show you guys what I'm seeing in terms of the narrative. So we can see that price broke out of this area of consolidation where price is just going back and forth. No one was in control. It broke out of that, and then it started breaking all-time highs. So this is where we've had this extreme buy momentum just pushing up. And we had these original touch points on this dynamic support level, and then price originally had a retracement back to the support level. So this is the original line where price had broken out from. So that's the original support level. Recently, price has gone and sold off, but it's only sold off back to around about this dynamic support level. It hasn't closed below this level. It's only wicked, and it's wicked slightly off. But again, like, it's literally very clearly respecting this dynamic support level. Yes, buyers might be a little bit like 2 centimeters or a millimeter below, and it is what it is, because I might not get it perfect, but again, you can see that price is still respecting that level. And then you can see I've drawn up this a little bit more stronger dynamic support level, because when we're looking at most recent price action, we've got the most touch points at this level. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points, and then price has an extreme buy up, and it makes this whole new level. Now, this level only had 2 touch points, and it just broke straight through. So what I'm going to do is just delete it, because we don't need this. Like, we can see clearly price isn't respecting this level, so why do we need it on the charts? We really don't. But but what we do have is we have a dynamic resistance level, and I'm going to keep this one because it is the most, like, it's the all-time high, and it's where I can expect price to go if it chooses to break that all-time high. Now, do I think this is a sustainable dynamic resistance level for price to continue to push up? No, because it would look something a little bit like this, which I just think is a little bit unrealistic. Like, that's just a steep. Oh, that's just a very steep movement. I feel like price is more likely to follow along this line. So yeah, and in terms of dynamic resistance, I think it's more likely to follow this line. But a dynamic resistance doesn't really matter. It's more the support that matters, because the support is what's showing that buyers are still in control. But again, price did cross under this one. So I want to see if in this week price decides to push back and cross back above and close above this level and continue on the uptrend upwards, which I'm kind of pointing more towards, because looking at the way prices reacted to this dynamic support level and made higher lows, it's making me think, like, yeah, maybe price isn't trying to have a massive sell-off. Now, if price continues to go down, of course it's going to have a massive sell-off. That's why I have an alert right here. And if it goes below here, because obviously if we track the highs and lows on the daily chart, we can see that they go like this. And I'm using wick swing highs and lows, because it's a lot easier to see those on the daily time frame. So you can see that price is still making clean bullish market structure. It hasn't broken any levels until it breaks below this swing low here. So there's also another swing low here, but if it chooses to, go like this, then, like, we can take that as a low and prices cross the low. But if it goes like this and makes a higher low, then obviously this is the new low, but it hasn't done that. I don't know if that's making sense, but just this is the one that I want to base it off of. Base that full, like, yes, price looks like it's the bears are in control. Let's see if we get a sell off back to this level, because then that would be a high time frame ICC setup, because we've got this big indication, big correction, and then we could get a continuation, or we could just price couldn't do that, and maybe it'll just have a 50% retracement back to equilibrium and then continue upwards. Again, we just don't know. But that's my thoughts on gold. Those are really my thoughts all week. So let's do a little weekly recap in the notes on Trezor. Weekly analysis, sorry, I meant. Oh my goodness, I just realized I literally just posted a weekly recap video and I forgot to do my weekly recap notes. So that's awkward. I'm going to do that once I get off the video. But the weekly analysis, let's week ending 26th of the 10th, 2025. I'm so tired. I'm ready for bed. Okay, let's get some space. Okay. Oh, I just saw it. Pre-weekly analysis. So week of, we've already got that in the title. I can't be bothered adding that. High time frame bias. I don't know yet. I just don't know. It's undetermined. No bias until I see breaks in my level. Let me sit up because I feel like that's contributing to me being tired. Ugh. I feel like I need a coffee even though it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe I'll have a matcha. Okay, key levels and areas of interest. There's a lot. DXY highs and lows, the dynamic support level from initial breakout on gold weekly, the highs and lows. Let me add the high time frame because those are high time frame ones. If I wanted to go in the range and mark out the highs and lows, I could, but I would be trading in a range. I'd be trading in unfavorable market conditions. I'd be trading in consolidation, and there's no real direction in that, in my opinion. Because I don't know everything. I'm still a beginner, guys. So please don't be like, well, actually, like, obviously, I'm here for the feedback. Like, I'm here. If you guys think that, like, I'm being extra for doing that, let me know. But I don't want you guys to be like, okay, so because I'm not going to be looking in between this range. I'm not going to look between this range. But to be honest, like, every strategy is different. My strategy depends on highs and lows being broken in order to see the direction that the market is going in. But not every strategy is going to be like that. So I don't want you guys to kind of take this as me like being like, so you actually can't trade until X, Y, and Z is met, because that's just me personally. I always like to just have that as a reminder because I never post these videos to be like a trading guru or a trading educator, and like, I don't know, I don't post these. I just document my journey, and I'm not trying to like tell you guys what to do or anything. If you guys take inspiration or if you guys like my approach, then that's great. But other than that, I just want to document my journey and make everyone feel a little bit less alone in trading. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. So I apologize if you don't care. Anyway, go away. Okay. That's really it for the key levels. It's just the DXY highs and lows, the dynamic support level from initial breakout. Okay, yeah. That's it. Someone's requested to send me a message on Instagram. We haven't gone through the news. Let's see what this week's looking like for the news. Have a look. US government is still happening. I thought Trump said that it was going to be over by the end of this week. I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. I hope that it is. Clearly it's not. Monday, no news Monday. Tuesday, no news on Tuesday. Wednesday, we've got no red folder news. This is orange folder. It's not really relevant. Thursday, advanced GDP. I haven't. It's already predicted to be less than the previous, like 8% less than the previous, which is quite a lot. And from that we can expect bearish movement on gold, but the news is more about, it's less about like, oh, if this level if this number is higher than the other number, then price will do this on the like previous and the forecast. It's more when we get the data. So say we get the data and price is like 2.5, then we can expect, okay, there's probably going to be a bunch of buyers flooding in on gold, trying to use gold as a safe haven, because that is just way off of the forecast. That's what I've learned from the news. So I'm not trying to say, okay, on Thursday we're only going to be looking for buys. Obviously not. But if it performs better than expected, we can probably expect gold to be bearish. But again, news might not come out because of the stupid US shutdown. But again, I want to decenter myself and just express that I hope that everyone in the US is going well. I hope that all of you that are going without a job, like in the government sector, all the nurses who are working really hard, all the government workers in the hospitals, everyone that's suffering from this US shutdown is, being supported and is doing okay. And I'm sure it's not easy. Like, here I am grinding for like a few extra dollars. I'm still young, but like, imagine like the US government shuts down and it's like you don't have a job for like however long. Like, that's it's a tough situation to be in. So I my heart goes out to anyone who's dealing with that. I just want to decenter myself from that, because it's not that big of a deal for me. Like, I can still trade, it's fine. I just don't get the data, which is okay. It's more of a bank's problem than my problem. But yeah, anyway, Friday we have PCE. I haven't heard of this one. Price index. The forecast is the same than previous, so that's interesting. Employment cost index. Forecast is the same as the previous, so that's again interesting. So that's Friday, but I just saw. Sorry to burp. Okay, yeah, London is having a bank holiday, so we might expect a little bit like choppy movement for tomorrow. So that's that. Where's my notebook? Got the US got shut down. We got some GDP things, price indexes, employment, cost, all these things that I don't know. We've got the UK bank holiday Monday, so we can expect really like just not any movement on Monday, really, but it might not. It might have some insane movements that unfortunately London will miss out on. Sorry, but yeah, we don't know. What else? What were those days? It was Wednesday. No, it was Thursday and Friday. Did I get that right? Is my memory like improved? Yes. Okay, it was Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Okay, market conditions I expect kind of choppy. Yeah, I don't expect anything too crazy, but it might be super trendy. I don't know. But just because everything's kind of at a standstill at the moment, like the DXY, gold is a little bit at a standstill, so I'm not really expecting anything crazy. What setups am I focusing on? Whatever indication I get. Ideally, a buy. Because gold has been pushing all-time highs. What setups am I avoiding? Any without clear indications of where price is going. What would invalidate my bias? Price trading between the range, because that would just be irritating. How will I manage my risk? 1% risk per trade and 1 trade a day, only A+ setups. How do I want to show up this week? Disciplined and consistent. I want to actually do my daily routine. Biggest psychology challenge I want to work on, holding my trades without stressing. 1 rule I must not break, 1 trade a day. Because that messed me up last month. Main trading goal is just to be a good trader and be disciplined and consistent. That's my main goal. Main mindset and discipline goal. just, I guess I want to have my mindset and discipline goal be the money you make is a reflection of the knowledge and good habits you build. And I say that because I want to keep accountable with my studying, with my back testing, with my routines. I want to just stay super disciplined with that, because obviously that's going to be a reflection on the money that I make. My personal accountability goal will be do my daily routine. That's been my thing for like the longest time, honestly. And that's it. 20-minute weekly analysis. I apologize for the video being so long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and wrap it up super quickly. But please subscribe and support the channel, because we are almost at 1K subscribers, which is so exciting. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope you guys have had a great rejuvenating weekend. Maybe you guys studied a little bit. Maybe you guys, I don't know, maybe you've got some crazy successful traders that are like traveling or doing something fun. Wish I was there, but I'm not there yet, but I'll get there soon. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great trading week. Good luck going into this new trading week. Make sure you guys don't forget to do your weekly analysis and your weekly recaps, and I will see you guys later today or tomorrow. Bye.